Yo, check out this clip from the Pre-Patch podcast.
So we're gonna start off with Enigma. You've played a game called Windblown, if I'm not
man.
mistaken. So what
Windblown, we saw this in the Summer Games Fest, I believe. This is from the Dead Cells devs. This is this is the second game that they're working on. This is that co-op, and I'll say it right now. I'm a furry apparently because it's got fucking animals. Like that's your main character.
Can we stop this narrative that if you just play a game that has animals, you're a furry? Fuck's sake.
Always knew it.
But yeah, always knew it.
Says the furry.
But yeah, it's it reminds me very heavily of Dead Cells, only not the side-scrolling aspects of it. The rest of it very, very much it's a top-down isometric action RPG roguelike co-op game. So it's got all the fucking check marks. Really, really fucking fun. From what I've seen so far, I played about an hour of it on this run, and then I played about an hour and a half of it today before the cast as well. Very difficult. I don't know if that's just me being shitty at these types of games, but like I failed to kill the main boss like 4 times and before I finally got him. It's probably just me being shitty, but
there's a learning curve, I'm sure.
It is, yeah, it does. And again, these are not my general steez. I've been getting into them a lot more. These like roguelikes.
You've been playing a lot of roguelikes.
Yeah. So I'm getting into it. You know, I'm doing okay with it now. I think that like the early game, so it has a progression system. The aspect of the roguelike system, right, is that like every time you die or every time you finish a run, while you're inside the run, you're getting these unlock abilities that once you get out of the run, you can go back and you can unlock like different abilities. Like there's one that's like after a certain amount of damage, a scythe, like you summon a scythe and it circles around your character and does constant damage for like 6 seconds, right? Or there's like aspects of it that like you'll explode if you get hit for like 400 damage or something along those lines, right? So every time you finish a run or every time you die, at least it's the standard roguelike, right? You're getting at least rewarded in some way, shape, or form for your failure to make your next run a little bit easier. This one, right off the bat, I really enjoyed. I didn't enjoy the first weapon that they gave you. It's called the fish, like the fish hook or the fish something
knife.
or another.
Fish
knife, something along those lines. Yeah, it wasn't great, and I kind of found out how to play it a little bit better after. But like the second weapon that they give you is this crossbow, and I like the different aspects, and I'm hoping that they have more of these types of aspects in it. The second one is a crossbow, and the like weirdness behind that crossbow is you have to attack.
Sorry for the ad.
I was supposed to say, what the fuck happened to Val? You have to attack every time the beat of the music hits, and you do more damage if you can hit on each one of those subsequent.
So it's got that
hits,
rhythm beat.
It's got like a rhythm beat style, like Beat Saber almost, or whatever you want to call it.
Hi-Fi Rush,
RPM,
Hi-Fi Rush, RPM stuff like that. I'm hoping that there's more stuff like that. I haven't seen any systems really other than that in any of the weapons. I've only
Hold on. Are you playing with a motherfucking controller?
I am, yeah. They tell you to actually.
Wow.
They tell you to actually, it's better if you play on the controller, and I can't.
Yeah, so there's a game that I'm gonna talk about, but you know what? I manned up and played on a fucking mouse and keyboard.
I tried, man. I can confirm that the mouse and keyboard
and
like,
here
are
it
terrible.
comes.
This is bullshit.
All
right, we're gonna go. We're moving to a different game. You can see we're done. You lost your turn.
No.
So question:
Dead Cells devs.
Does this have, because Dead Cells, one of the big thing there is it's like the the not necessarily openness, but like you can definitely, there's a lot of paths you can go down, and you feel very like, you're kind of exploring this dungeon, and there's different paths to go up to different level types. Like obviously I'm assuming this is a demo, or is this early access, or
this is early access. Yeah, no, this is early. It's not a demo. This is early access. So yes and no in some ways. It's a very linear path when it comes down to like each individual they call them biomes, right? So each individual like section of the gameplay, you have different biomes. So the first biome is this biome right here, where it's like a lush forest, like floating islands,
Sky Islands.
yeah, the second biome is like this, like it almost reminds me of Near Automata. It's like a very like industrialized, like metal girdings, robots, lava, heat sinks, everything like that. So I those are the only two that I've found so far. But there isn't a whole ton of exploration from what I've seen. I do know that there are unlocks that you can get that unlock these like air spouts that take you up to like secret areas. And I do know that there are secret areas that you can actually find inside of each of these that have like you can find like hidden treasure chests and everything like that, as well as
That's
like
cool.
pots and stuff that get you the currency and everything like that. But it isn't like open. Like it does feel very
closed.
Yeah, very on rails almost.
That's the biggest thing that
you
I'm kind of
have
seeing here is Dead Cells was never necessary. I mean, you definitely sped run it. Like you could speed run the shit out of it, which is good. And as someone that for the longest time, if you followed my stream or anything like on my wall, I literally had Dead Cells back. Like it is, I've owned that game on every platform. I love Dead Cells to death. Still buy their content whenever they put it out. This though, I'm just not. It doesn't have that appeal to me. I don't know if it's because of the camera angle. It seems like also they went for like a very fast paced, like you're zipping around and doing all this.
Well, that's me. So that's me. I was personally I had the play style of like I'm constantly zipping around. Like a lot of the times when I was building my play style, I was doing like abilities that gave me like damage boost if I dodged through enemies.
The reason you probably are not into this is because this reminds me more of Hades than anything.
It does.
This has a more Hades aspect than Dead Cells.
Well, and Sin liked Hades though.
I mean,
like,
I don't. Yeah,
as far as I know,
I don't not like Hades. I would probably, honestly, again, this is one of the ones where I think maybe not judging a book by its cover, by like just seeing this, like maybe getting into it, I'll feel a little bit different.
Yeah, you might want to try it.
The lineage,
because I think you would like it. Honestly, I really do think you would like.
I'm interested in the co-op too, because co-op, that wasn't something that was in Dead Cells, and I'd be interested. Kind of see what that's about.
I didn't get a chance to play the co-op. I was going to play it with Crow Templar, but my mom's vehicle broke down on Monday, so I wasn't able to play with him, unfortunately. But he said co-op's great. He said it was very, very intuitive. Each individual person has their own
different characters,
their own drops, their own
characters.
Like
different. Okay, cool.
Yep,
that's nice.
So you I think they have. I don't think that there's any difference between the characters, like me being on this specific one versus me being on like the axolotl, which is I switched to later. They're just skins.
Just like like just different weapon. The weapons affect like your skill set and whatnot.
No, the weapons are your skill set. So like this one right here, I think it's called the Raven Blade, and it has like a very basic attack where it's just like the quick attack, and then it has a hold down button where if you do it, you do a larger attack where you
very dash
jump in the air.
Heavy.
It is, but again,
like
that's me. That's me. The way that I was playing.
I mean, I would probably play it the same way, like because they literally put like 5 or 7 like platforms in front of you that you just dash all the way across.
Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from with that. I could see the fact that it is a little bit more fast paced in comparison to Dead Cells.
I don't know, man. Dead Cells was really fast paced too, depending on your play style.
It is. This just seems. I don't know. There's something, again, I maybe need to get hands-on with it to actually see, because I'm getting more of a Hades vibe than I am a Dead Cells, which is fine. Again, it's not, I don't think they're saying like, oh, this is the Dead Cells successor.
Right.
This is just
right, because they probably wanted to set themselves a little, have multiple kind of cover ground with their games.
Now,
not
this
just
game
make
actually
another Dead
doesn't
side.
come out until the 24th.
It comes out on the 24th of October. Yeah, I believe in early access, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's early access.
Let me check just to make sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now online. It's the 24th. So,
yeah, it's cool. I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed it. If you get I don't know how much it's going to be. Do we have like a solid?
I don't see a price tag to it. Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't personally pay more than like maybe $25 for it. But then again, I haven't like seen necessarily 40.
Most games like this. The only reason I say that is only because most games like this, when it comes like the roguelike, I think like Rogue Legacy, Hades 2, these have all been like $30 or $40 games.
I think they'll come out at 25. They released Dead Cells at 25. And it never went above $25. I don't see it going at the most I would say $30.
Yeah, I think if they've known anything about finding that sweet spot, 25 is definitely.
Is this a known game studio? What's
yeah?
this?
So Motion, it's made by Motion
the
Twin.
game studio, Motion Twin. Yeah.
They made Dead Cells, and Dead Cells is again wildly popular. Like
wildly
it is
popular.
a hugely popular game on every console. They've done collabs with it was them, and I think they did
Terraria collab.
Terraria. They did Castlevania was their most recent one.
Gotcha.
It's really if you've never played Dead Cells, I'm telling you right now, and especially for you, like with your community, Tony, I would highly recommend picking it up because they have a Twitch integration that allows your community to like play as a dove, and they can help you or hurt you, and they can like do different kind of things.
That's dope.
And
I'll definitely try that.
It is a phenomenal game. A lot of different mods. If you like roguelikes, it is like again, it is literally has become my favorite game of all time. Like I fucking love that game.
Yeah. I really do think that you should try it out though. I think you would like the aspects of it over like something like Hades, especially since it has that co-op and Hades doesn't.
Yeah.
Granted, I think Hades 2 is coming out with co-op if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know, but I'm still waiting.
I thought I've seen something. I do know that they do have a mod for Hades.
There was a Hades-like game that everyone was talking about. I was like, this is the Hades 2. Maybe you're confusing that with it.
I think Hades 2 actually does have has co-op.
I think it does.
It might.
I don't know. I'll try to get a key for Windblown or wait and buy it when it comes out.
I would love to play some co-op with it because I do think it'd be a lot more enjoyable with co-op. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm definitely going to pick it up, even if it's 40.
All right.
So,
oh man,
when you die,
I know it's crazy.
That was me. That was me. That was me adding it into the video. I was like, I know I suck.
I was about to say, no way they do you like that.
No. That was me. Like I said, I had like 4 runs of it, and each one I was like, I know I suck, and then the next one was like, no, I really know I suck. I'm sorry.
All I need is for a game to tell me that. I'm uninstalling it immediately.
I'm disliking that video. This guy sucks at this game.
Right.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch our podcast every Thursday night at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also, you can find us on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast. We hope to catch you on the next one. Deuces.